Hello everyone, my name is Caroline Plourde. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Morrissey English Elementary School in Trois-Rivières. We're a very French community. The majority of my students arriving in September speak French. I have a few families speaking in English, but very minimal. So you'll see in the video that the introduction of the program with my students that I'm speaking French and English at the start of the school year. When I was first introduced to this program, I was really thrilled to see it. I was anxious to have it at school. My colleagues and I, we do a lot of math activities here and there with what we have already at school, but the fact that this program arrived with all the manipulatives, it was hands-on, the boys and girls are engaged while they're doing these activities. It's a really excellent program. I was so excited about this program that I offered my time to work on the translation of the program to offer it to the English community. I had the help of a few of my colleagues, so it's really teachers working together to build this wonderful program. So what is PREST? PREST is a program that was established by Caroline Lessard at the Commission Scolaire Beauce-Chemin. She created the program over her 15 years of teaching kindergarten, and she shared her knowledge with us, and we're happy that we're able to work on the same program as she has. So this program is 7 kits that you will do on average 3 times a week. So each kit will give you enough activities to cover for a month. So you'll have enough activities to cover for the whole year. There's over 160 activities throughout the year that the children will be doing, so it's very hands-on. The children are very engaged while they're working on them. What's great about these baskets, these activities, is that we're working on gross motor skills, we're working on fine motor skills, we're working on the executive functions. All of the competencies are addressed using these baskets and these bins as the children are doing it. We start the year off with the Kit 1 towards the end of September, where you're really establishing the routine. The activities in the baskets are quite easy, so that it builds the children's confidence to be able to go on to more stimulating and build on the progression of what they have already done. What's great about these baskets, each child has their own, so they can't compare with another friend. It develops their autonomy. Each child advances at his or her own rhythm. And yeah, they're really engaged. They love the activities, very hands-on. In the final kits, it's proposed that boys and girls work in groups of 2, in teams of 2. Because the activities are more open-ended, there are more possibilities, there's area for students to discuss and compromise, find solutions. So PREST is suggesting that we work in groups of 2. So here is my setup for Series 1. It's really complete. It has 30 activities for the children to do. I choose to do my bins not first thing in the morning. With the new program that has been integrated this year, I have decided to start my morning with a period of free play. So the boys and girls have a 45-minute free play time, followed by snack. And then we have our little community gathering on the floor before we start our bins. So I don't have time to set out the bin before we get started, but I come here, I pull a bin, I assign it to a student. Caroline Lessard, the instigator of the program, what she is doing in her class is she discovered that the boys and girls in her class before lunch, they were getting a little bit tired. So instead, she does her morning routine. Then they have their recess, and then after recess, they have a free play session. And just before lunch, they do their activation bins. My other colleague across the hall, she has decided to put her activities in a rotation in the afternoon. So it's really flexible. You go with what suits you. Caroline, the way she does it is in her bins, she has a list where once the boys and girls are finished, they highlight their name. I decided to, for my way of doing, I have a little track sheet. So the boys and girls keep this sheet. When I assign them a bin, I have the sheet in the bin, I give the bin, they complete it, and I just put the date that they completed it, and I put a column with ease or with difficulty, because it gives me a better, once the series is finished, it gives me an idea if these were easy, if they were difficult, challenging, so it gives me a better guidance for my future teaching. So when the child first gets their bin, the first thing they need to do is take out everything that's in their bin. Listening ears. Good. I'm going to show you some of the activities we're going to be doing. These activities, Miss Pill's not going to be telling you what we're doing. You're going to look inside your head. So quand je vais te donner, when I give you an activity, la première chose tu vas faire, you're going to look. So I have this, this. What do you think? What is your head telling you that we need to do? Millie, what do you think?
C'est parce qu'il faut mettre la bonne couleur dans les bons verres.
Okay. So you see we have different colors. Il y a différentes couleurs. So we need to put, what do you think? Did I tell you what to do? Est-ce que je t'ai dit quoi faire? Oh, comment qu'elle a fait? How did she know what she had to do, Haley?
Regardez les verres, on doit mettre la même couleur dedans.
Mais did I tell you what to do? Fait, comment t'as fait pour savoir if I didn't tell you what you had to do? Comment t'as fait pour savoir si je te l'ai pas dit?
Parce qu'il y avait les mêmes couleurs, on devait les mettre dedans.
So you looked with your eyes and then your head just said, I have a yellow spoon. Do I have a yellow cup?
Yeah.
Oh, what about this?
Yeah.
Green with this one?
No.
Oh, how come not with this one?
Because it's not the right color.
It's not the same color. Don't forget, Milia. Raise your hand, please. What about this one? Pink. And what about this one?
Blue.
The bluish color. And in here, what do I have? Whoops.
Colors.
Thank you, William. We have what, Maddie?
We have some little beads.
Some little beads.
And we have to ask the spoon to have it, and we take it and we put it in the ball.
Wow. Did Miss Claude tell Maddie what she had to do? So Maddie said, I take the yellow spoon. Should I take a blue bead?
No.
Which color should I take?
Yellow.
Ah, I take a yellow bead. Oh, I'm going to take off. We're going to take our time, huh? Oh, see, I have two yellows. Which one should I put it in?
Yellow.
Good. So I'm going to try a green one. Which one should I put it in? Green. Easy, huh? Did Miss Claude tell you what you have to do? You used your? Yes. All right. Your brain. That's right, Vincent. So I'm going to show you another one. So in this basket, I'm going to empty the basket. Je vais vider le basket. What do we see? Thank you, Molly. What do we see? And then they need to look. So as you know, we don't give them the answers. Our goal is to get them to question themselves, to think. So they have all the material in front of them, and it's very intuitive for the kids. They're going to find out that, oh, I need to put this here. So it comes natural to them. It's really getting them to get started on something, using what they know, what experiences they've had before. Most of these manipulatives they've used in the classroom in other contexts, so they know how to use them. When the child has finished their activity, it's expected for them to just wait for me to come around. I do have a helper every now and then in the classroom, and it helps that we're two of us to circulate. So I come and check. In this particular case, there was only one possible solution, so I can see that they've completed. So I will take the sheet, I'll check the number, I'm going to write the date, Obviously, it was done with ease. Or if you're taking this option, you can tell the child, good job. You can highlight your name. You've completed the basket. So then I have the child put the things away, put it back in the basket, and then I have them bring it back in the basket area, and they can pick a second basket or a third. This morning when we first introduced the baskets, this particular basket, the intention was that children would sort them by shape. We have 2 different categories and we have 2 kinds of shapes. However, the child this morning told me that she sorted them by size, so the smaller pieces and the bigger pieces. It's not what I was expecting, but it works. So I told her good job, I signed her paper, and I told her go and choose another basket. Another situation that happened this morning, I had a child that was sorting the socks, and he sorted them this way. And so I said, what are you going to do with these over here? And he wasn't sure, he was looking. I said, is there a way for you to use less of the pins, the clothespins? And he looked and he kind of went up. And so he figured out that he would need just one to put a match together, and then now he has one available to make another match. So he was able to complete the activity without me telling him what he needed to do. It took him a few moments to think about it. With a few guiding questions, he ended up getting it. So when the children have completed 2 or 3 baskets in the time allotted, I'm going to redirect them to my choice shelf. We find puzzles, we find picture books, we find different theme-related activities that they have done previously, so they're able to be autonomous, a calm game, so it doesn't prevent them from rushing through their other bins. So these are games that they've already played, they know how to do it, there's puzzles, and so when they're done their baskets, they're going to come choose something here to work on quietly while the others are finishing their baskets. To store the 7 kits, we have one being used in the classroom right now, but the 6 other boxes, we're fortunate enough to have a separate closet to store the things. So each kit has its own box, and everything is already ready to go. So when I get to series 3, I'm going to take my Ziploc bag that already has the activity with the number. I'm going to put it in the new basket, ready to go. I take what's in the basket, and I already have my other bags identified for this series. I put them away, ready to go for the next time we're going to be using them. I also have a little storage of extra pieces. So if ever I was doing this activity and I'm missing a little piece, I'm going to have a few extras over here. It's really accessible for me to go instead of going to my storage closet. So everything is ready to go.